Codebreaker is already there. Wow, something familiar. Might be a map. Who knows? But anyway, it's still a 4v4 here as sayoo shuts down one. It's gonna be Myd Mathers. Very low in HP. Sova has to go back a little bit as they try to get the retake to happen. Morea to catch another, but a good headshot coming in from the team here of SR Nacague. And now 2-1. It's all up to this Sova. It's all up to Pat. Still, movements very slow and just continuing to defuse Ray. This is going to be done and over with in just a snap.
There's already the sign that there's one member from BTR who actually wants to go to A main itself, but then sayoo on towards that. He'll be able to shut down, of course, SenyorCarL, and followed on by ZYND. But I think the fact that there's 3 members left of NCG and now BTR is quite aware as to where they are. They're going to whiff, and that's going to be a big advantage for NCG to actually have that Viper's ultimate for Myd Mathers. And it's up to ZesBeeW together with Morea to make up to something, but that won't work. And Morea, how can you actually survive in this pit? The members of SR Nacague, they are just really careful about this, distinguishing and smelling as to how Morea can actually pick them off one by one. But this is just a good rotation coming in from PatMen himself. He might be taking Morea out already, plus the time pressure, but then Myd Mathers will be...
Nacague is actually waiting for a rotation from mid. ZesBeeW to get a kill here on towards Maxeee. They still have the operator in action. Despite that, they have to face off this null command coming in from NC Slasher. No one can use up their utilities, but they're willing to wait. That's the thing.
30 seconds left.
That's quite deep there. They are willing to wait.
Yeah.
But then, the more that they wait, the more that they will actually buy time, and it won't favor them. We only have 20 seconds so that they can plant. But seems like they want to go for that rotation, but it's too late. But there's just a shutdown coming in from Myd Mathers. He still has the time to actually plant it.
Left.
And speaking of, he'll be able to make it sure. But then, knowing that we still have 3 members from BTR, and there's already the good information coming in from NC Slasher as to where the other members of SR Nacague is, they will definitely struggle on that post plant itself. But then SenyorCarL, he might save them out with that 2d4s, but that won't work because Morea is right behind their backs, and it's too late for Myd Mathers to give an answer, giving that NCG has for a certain round will be destroyed. But here, there's the contest once again, but then sayoo, he's just having fun with that jet. He knows where's going to be the next step coming in from SR Nacague, but seems like the push coming in here, they didn't expect that in elbow, leaving only ZesBeeW together with sayoo behind.
ZYND to get a double there on towards mid. Like I said, mid control is very important. What a good shot coming in from SenyorCarL here. Not quite sure if it was just a pre-fire towards mid doors that catch or rather caught someone off guard. On the other hand, it's just ZesBeeW missing a shot on this operator. 30 HP remaining and lots of bullets towards his side. That's going to be a SenyorCarL kill. Is important. As they say, Myd Mathers, but Hunter's Fury going towards the side here, removing the positioning from the side of BTR as well. PatMen to get a kill, 4v1. Now it's a deja vu. It's all up to ZesBeeW yet again. An operator that was saved from the previous round will probably be saved yet again. This time, he goes down. They still have the ultimate as well. So this is a big factor for BTR to make use of that ult, knowing that this is the final round of the first half.
Oh, really, BTR, they are just quick. But as for SenyorCarL, there's an opening. If he'll be able to take down frostmind, this is a real big cut-off against BTR. But then I think for frostmind, he also knows how to play that very defensively. But here's the approach coming in from NCG. But good takedown of NC Slasher. And now there's just the shots connecting for SR Nacague. But then the trades are really flawless for BTR. And the
Maxeee still spotted out by the Owl drone, and sayoo to finish him off already. 59 HP remaining on him. Quite a bit of the damage coming in from SR Nacague. But now, onto a post plant here for Bigetron Arctic. Caught off guard is going to be Myd Mathers, but in the end, Morea will win that engagement as well. 1 man down yet again for SR. PatMen already being located or revealed here, obviously, by that drone, or rather by that recon dart. PatMen to also use a recon dart here, trying to figure out where the remaining members of Bigetron Arctic will be. But honestly, it is a done and deal for. They even have lineups prepared here, Ray.
Lineups.
As well. So if it is too late, or if someone catches him, then it's done for. And that's going to be frostmind actually seeing him. But this owl drone can give quite a big of an info for the side. But SenyorCarL, wrong way is what they say. sayoo to get a kill as well. 3v3 situation. Yet again, the flank. No one, or basically frostmind knew, but I think everyone forgot.
Hey, there's just a frostmind. Yep, he got the one on the flank, but I think the fact that ZYND went into a follow-up is something he didn't expect at all. And now Morea, he's just barely alive with exactly 1 HP and a dream.
Still
what could
alive.
possibly go right in his way?
Still alive, but barely breathing. Ladies and gents, 13 seconds for BTR to plant the spike. But honestly, Morea's just here for the kills. And ZYND to...
But then Morea, he has his own way right now. He wants to cut off someone here in mid. But then BTR, they are just doing everything to shut them down. But ZYND, on that Blade Storm, he'll be able to take down kills per kills. And it's just up to Morea. He has that post plant. But then, the time, they still have a lot of it on their hands. And it's too late already for them to work it on. Because Maxeee will be able to see him. And now SR Nacague.
Unless you really have a good take or a good strategy, and mid is what they take right now. 48 HP for sayoo. They're inside the site here, trying to go in from those shock darts. But on the other hand, sayoo to get a kill already on that operator. This will give enough space for Bigetron Arctic to actually come in on the site itself. 3 players are still alive for SR Nacague, but until when, at what point, they have to make use or make do of what utilities they have. But unfortunately, an operator on the crosshairs here of sayoo, and immediately shutting down another player here. But SenyorCarL still fighting for his life here. SenyorCarL still doing the job with a double kill already. This is still a retake for them to actually do. SenyorCarL with another kill here. It's all up to the 2 remaining members. They still have that recon that they can use. The KO hops out, the KO dies, but yet again, not enough to get that ace for... That was a little bit too scary though for the side of Bigetron Arctic here. As far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, it was a 2v4 situation, wasn't it? It was a 2v4 situation, and they still managed to take down 3 members here from Bigetron Arctic. If that is the case, I would be a little bit scared here towards or moving forward as we go on this match. And I think BTR can basically feel that. They're moving more slower and slower each time.
The fact that SR Nacague is on a momentum, it's not just about the strats anymore. It's just the potential of SR Nacague to take them out. And speaking of ZesBeeW, he wants to revive NC Slasher, but I think they're quite too late because there's just only him going up against the 3 members of SR Nacague. And there's the top coming in from
drone. This can be a sign that this is going to be a push. PatMen to actually get a kill on towards ZesBeeW already. Recon dart to actually find 2, but it's not enough to get a kill. 2-to-1 trade happening here in there, but SenyorCarL was able to punish 2 already. Now it's all up to Morea, trying to climb in on the side itself. He has the spike, but yet again, no in
the side of BTR. He hears the footsteps. He's still gonna be committing here. No way for him to actually pick up at least 1. But at least that's already a good trade because PatMen is quite ready for the frags. He gets the 3rd kill most probably, but nope. But there's also the Blade Storm coming in from ZYND together with Myd Mathers, eradicating BTR once again on their strategy. Mind also with that capability, but then ZYND, he still has that operator. He will still take that lead. He has the trade. Look at how very concise SR Nacague is with their trades. Every time they try to contest a main.
Yeah, that is exactly what the teams need right now. Even for the side of BTR, those trades are important. sayoo, very low in HP, might need to go back here. And the Hunter's Fury, not really catching anyone in the side of Bigetron Arctic. Now, with a Sova drone, trying to puncture towards mid. Maybe he finds one or two, but there is no one to be found here. If you think about it, for BTR, I think they're getting the pacing now. They're getting into the groove on what they want to do and what they want to take on the site itself. And basically, trying to push in on the site is already a difficult feat. But so far, along the rounds, Ray, I think it's going better and better.
Hopefully, BTR will be able to prove something. But hey, ZesBeeW, he wants to play this solo flank, and that's actually going to be cutting off Myd Mathers. This is primarily big onto the side of SR Nacague, on BTR side rather, because it's just only up to ZYND together with PatMen. And this is the level up that we'd like to see also from ZesBeeW, because once that you're just gonna be leaving the chamber all by himself, he's quite confident he'll be able to cut down SenyorCarL and Myd Mathers. That has been their problem here in mid. But then PatMen, he just tries to secure something here, but on the post plant himself, he will be finished off by BTR. Slow orb, but then will they actually smell him out? Because we are seeing ZYND being taken on. But the fact that Myd Mathers around Garage is really something. sayoo will just take his second kill, opening up A site. But then SenyorCarL gives an answer into that, unleashes the lockdown itself, especially that frostmind right now doesn't have that Hunter's Fury.
Please, if he loses this, man, Maxeee still in a fight here. He needs to go down a little, but obviously a lockdown here on B main will force out the players of BTR. Maxeee is quite aware Morea is on A side. This is rotations coming in from SenyorCarL. Worked out quite well to get a pick off here towards frostmind. 3v3 situation is just a part of a chess piece moving around a chessboard here, but we have a blade storm incoming from the side of sayoo. Now with a wall coming up from a sage as well, covering some important information here. Unfortunately for Maxeee, he was waiting on the wrong spot, immediately spotted here by BTR.
BTR, they're quite aware already how these guys play their defaults. But then SenyorCarL, this is the biggest factor. He takes one, he takes two, already numbering it down to 3. And still, as NCG is trying to contest still in B, will this be a big of a space that they can give? There's the wall. It's just going to be committing the plant. But there's also PatMen looking at them as he tries to take the kills one by one, leaving only sayoo, frostmind together with Morea.
They have traps here, especially for flank, but no one really to go flank around. sayoo and Morea, the double trouble, already dashing in, and sayoo to hop out of the smoke, spotting 2 players from Nacague. Dash away is there as he stasher on towards the smoke even, but ZesBeeW to take on the kill here. ZYND still alive and kicking, still trying to find that kill. He finds one, that's towards sayoo, but another one bites the dust. A triple kill towards the team of Nacague here, opening B side completely.
They need to run as soon as they can. Maxeee is out. There's no way in for them to protect themselves on that wall. But seems like, okay.
SenyorCarL's too busy.
Yep. Okay, just gonna be committing that plant. But ZYND for Myd Mathers, this is going to be a big matter. It's frostmind together with Morea we are talking about. And the post plant itself, it might be just eradicating something for NCG, but this is just Myd Mathers taking that kill, a very important one, and actually popping off that snake bite. And speaking of, they're just gonna be buying time because they know the pressure is onto the side of NCG. But then BTR Morea tries to save this, but then look at how Myd Mathers wants to play this out. But oh no! He still has the time, right? To actually defuse this. Yes! And
No
this is
way.
a big of a clutch coming in from Morea. And from SenyorCarL, members of BTR will be pushed away, and they are gonna be committing that plant on top tube. But while they are doing that, they need to take care of that certain flank against one member coming in from BTR as they want to still fight this against them.
Space created for the side of Nacague here, just using the lockdown from the Killjoy. Aside from that, Myd Mathers already shutting down one. And sayoo to go down alongside frostmind as well. NC Slasher to fight things off. They have a double operator set up here. They also have a rest to make do and make use of if ever they want to. And a clear shot towards ZYND now, with the rest preparing for the next battle. Basically, NC Slasher to get a kill yet again on the sniper. NC Slasher just tapping in on the spike here. Fakes don't bros, and bros don't fakes, ladies and gents. They were still able to defuse the spike and completely win. They're a little bit on a tie here, but Nacague, they must go back. They need to have a position here, but SenyorCarL, was that a rendezvous that went just back? I'm not quite sure what happened there, but in all case, Morea was already inside the side on the back end towards both house. Able to clear out 2 players here from Nacage's side. Still waiting patiently on Maxeee, being attacked here by the nade, but ZYND's performance, or rather ZYND's location, has been quite of a trouble towards Bigetron Arctic. A little bit mishap, or a little bit messy towards the side here, but it's still a 2v1 situation. Morea, oh my god, just the positioning of the players having here, especially the ones that are aggressive, it's really difficult for them.
I think the problem with SR Nacague as of now is, but ZYND can actually stretch himself out, you know, try to be more aggressive. But knowing that he doesn't have much of a trade, that is going to be a problem. But then there's no problem for SenyorCarL with the 2d4s, trying to make something up for this round. And speaking of, there's already PatMen with the answer with that Nightfall. And it's up for these 2 members of NCG to actually make it work. But then the double swing with the cross is onto the hands also of BTR, but while that is happening, there's just a post planting. Want to win it still. It's not gonna be connecting. The classic also won't. And plus, there's just Morea popping out of nowhere. That won't be much of a problem, but then, why are there no trades at all? It's too early for frostmind. There's still PatMen who's alive, taking down 2 kills already, punishing them with the Nightfall. All of them are currently stuck, but then sayoo together with Morea are still alive. But then it's just up to Morea to clutch this one, but I didn't expect Maxeee will be able to just put of BTR. There's just a split push coming in from them, but looks like Morea is just gonna be rotating already, and ZesBeeW wants to take this opener. They have the null command. He has that Blade Storm to use, but if PatMen might be giving them that answer, this is going to be the scariest thing that we have to face. And speaking of SenyorCarL, he's gonna be eradicating ZesBeeW. No more to use on that Blade Storm, taking it too, and that's gonna be giving NCG quite of an advantage already.
Good awareness coming in from SenyorCarL here. Basically tapping the rendezvous out just in time before the null command hits, because he was in a one-and-done position. But if you think about it, he was still able to capitalize on a kill here, and a KO going down as well. But the rest is there. ZYND to get a kill, another trade-off coming in, but again and again, time and time, BTR, when Maxeee has the null command that he can definitely use, but I really like the positioning here of Morea. You could just use a paranoia if ever someone decides to actually push a main. But it seems like it's just one person so far that's trying to pinpoint where the opposition is. Morea may be caught off guard here, but 16 HP remaining immediately towards Myd Mathers. And he is out, 43 HP for Morea. He still survived, managed to do so for a B5 situation. Now that the Killjoy is finally using a lockdown here, this can create space for the defenders to actually push them out.
But then there's just a lot of struggles coming in from SR Nacague as ZesBeeW takes down PatMen once again. All of them are just going down one by one, but at least there's just a glimpse of hope for ZYND together with SenyorCarL to win this. They go straight for the plant, and as they want to wait with the 2d4s, that's just going to be giving them a lot of advantage.
They still have a trademark as well to play around here on towards stairs. They have no clue yet where the other remaining members here of Bigetron Arctic is, but they can still play around. The one smoke coming in from Morea, and one ult orb is what he needs exactly for NC Slasher, but SenyorCarL already to punish one. There's one more left On towards Speedway with a little bit of HP left. Morea to go down in the hands of ZYND as SR Nacague shuts him.
Remove just one member. That's going to be ZesBeeW himself. Looks like there can be a chance still, but no! frostmind will be taking PatMen out, and this is just a force coming in from SR Nacague as they want to plant a spike, as they don't want to give that match point onto the side of BTR. But looking at this, ZYND, he tries to pre-fire with it, but then the slowly one coming in from SR Nacague. They still want to win this, and it's just going to be ZYND by himself trying to clutch that one out, but then it's quite low on HP, but he can still win this, I guess, with that save coming in from him. He's hiding from that, but ZesBeeW is just going to be denying a guy like ZYND.
Look at this. Completely blinded, but immediately capitalizing on that is ZYND. At least there was a trade-off, but Morea, they have to be really careful around Morea here. They now know there's someone there, and ZYND to get a kill here on towards Morea. Good headshot, though what we see.
But remember, Maxeee has the now command. Myd Mathers also has his ultimate with that Cosmic Divide. They can still make it work. But then how will they be able to make it work? Well, they haven't contested at least one commitment into a site, and there it's just a guy named NC waiting for someone to pick at him here in B main. And if NCG will get that or will eat that bait, this might be the crucial one already that SR Nacague has to face. And speaking of, they're just doing everything just to save this round and just to be able to survive against it. But looks like there's just a trade. It's still a 2v2. And now, looking at SN he won't be able to connect it. And it's just up, of course, to frostmind to actually clutch this one out against them. But I think that might be impossible because still Myd Mathers will be able to save the day. And will be triggering the information as to where the other members of BTR. And speaking of, one of two members rather of BTR has already been eliminated, but still bringing this to an equal number of members. This can be a 50-50 chance for both of the teams.
Flash, a pop flash coming in out from Maxeee just to get a reposition and make a reposition happen here. The defender's side, of course, with a Killjoy lockdown, forcing or eliminating the members here going out towards A main. Now they are quite aware. Now with a Blade Storm as well. ZesBeeW trying to push it out. They have the space here to actually defuse the spike. Close off a short here, but Maxeee is just quite prepared. Just jump peeking throughout. Myd Mathers already hopping out, and finally,
Watch over ZesBeeW. That can be possible. And speaking of, he gets the top working. He's going to be entering into the site, but then there's the answer coming in from Morea. Flashes them off together with that paranoia, leaving SR Nacague quite hesitant already. But then there's just the flashes with the flashes. But what the SR Nacague wants to prove right now is to eradicate every member of BTR, looking at them in that hold positioning. And speaking of, looks like NC is out together with Morea, just frostmind together with sayoo. But then you just gotta look at each corner against the BTR, and it's up to sayoo to actually clutch this one out.
sayoo, everything is on his hands, the pressure mounting. He's carrying the entire world. The win for the side of Bigetron Arctic here. Still doable. But yet again, Haunt being hopped out. Obviously, this will give the info, and PatMen secures the kill. We are going to overtime, ladies and gents. Ray Curse is definitely on to Speedway. No one really on B main. And obviously, for Nacague, one by one as well, they're getting picked out here. And a little bit of a damage towards NC, but not enough to get the kill. He's still in the corner, waiting patiently, but one more player remaining. That's going to be up to SenyorCarL. Waiting patiently is the two players on Bigetron Arctic's side.
Trying to take down what's in store, but ZYND, he wants to take off someone first, but that's not going to be connecting against Morea, and this side is all given to the side of NCG. But then looking at Morea, he's just taking them one by one, but there's the trade coming in from NCG, and there's the answer from SenyorCarL against, of course, one member coming in from BTR, and his name is sayoo, and it's just up to ZesBeeW together with NC once again.
This is still a doable retake for these guys. Low on HP is gonna be ZYND right here with 38. Just waiting for the double peek that they can have. ZesBeeW already taking one here. NC Slasher, like I said, this is doable for the side of BTR. Very low on HP though, but they're using all the abilities that they have. They get one kill here, 1v1 with a great one, and ZesBeeW was able to clutch it out. BTR with a 2v4 situation. Still winning the series here. Finally over and done with. No more 2018, Ray.
ZesBeeW saves the day.